did you guys see this almost fight, a potential fight? Maybe they took it outside. That happened during a break when Jack Smith was testifying to Congress just on Thursday. Hey, there's Michael Fanone.
All have our traits. Why are you so spasmodic? Absolutely. Look behind you.
Excuse me.
Why should I?
Excuse me. No, not this guy. Not this guy. Not this guy. Not this guy. Oh, give me.
See how many people are constraining you? Look at me.
No
Total control over my mind and body. Total control over your mind and body.
Sir, you have no shame. No shame. You have no shame treating these people that way.
This guy's threatened my family.
Unbelievable.
Threatened my children. Threatened to rape my children. Rape my children, you sick bastard. Rape my children. Don't touch me. Do not.
Michael Fanone being Michael Fanone. That was in the congressional testimony for Jack Smith that happened on Thursday, and Michael Fanone got into it with this bald-headed figure that was still sitting there in the front row, and it was kind of extended. I didn't really know who this guy was, but before we really figure that out, before we get to identifying, here's the angle from that guy's perspective. I think someone was sitting right next to him and recorded it, and we got a lot more audio of that exchange between these two.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Ivan Raiklin. Why do you have to swear at me?
What's that?
Why do you have to swear at me?
Oh, dude, don't pretend like we're not mortal enemies. Yourself.
Well, why do you have to lose your cool like that?
I'm not
I've
losing
been
my cool.
always professional with you.
I'm not losing my cool.
Every single time I communicate with
Yourself.
you,
You're a
I
traitor to
am
this
always
country.
professional with you.
Well, I'm
And
not.
it requires other people to contain your Tourette's syndrome. Okay?
I'm not going to get from it. You've threatened my family and you've threatened my
Oh,
life.
have
You're
I?
a traitor to this country.
Why are you so
Yourself.
spasmodic?
Am I spasmodic?
Absolutely.
Do
Look
something.
behind you.
Do something.
Why should I? I'm communicating with you and trying to calm you down, right? Look at your face. You can't even control yourself. You can't even be a man.
Trust me, I'm using a lot
You
of
see how
restraint
many
right now.
people are constraining you?
Come get me.
Look at me. Total control over my mind and body. Total control over my mind and body, and I'm totally dominating you right now.
Sir,
Totally dominating you.
sir, let's step aside.
I'm not.
This guy
I'm
has
just
threatened
standing
my family, threatened my
just
children,
standing here.
threatened to rape my children.
Oh,
Rape
really
my
now?
children, you sick
Look
bastard.
at him.
So the moment ended. Fanone got into it with him, had a couple of choice words from, also pointed out these threats to rape his children apparently came from that same wrinkled-headed gentleman's face beforehand. Again, I hadn't heard about it. That's what Michael Fanone said. But this is how it all ended, in case you guys were wondering.
Sit down, please.
Thank you, Officer Fanone. Mr. Chairman, please control the deranged observer, Mr. Raiklin, so he doesn't create any other problems with us today.
Imagine what he did on January 6th with that demeanor.
So as you saw, Mr. Potato Head still hung out there, and Michael Fanone was removed from the chambers. So this guy's name is Ivan Raiklin, as you guys probably heard. Who is Ivan? I really didn't know. I mean, his face looked a little bit familiar, so I had to go see. This is where his connections come. He's apparently a right-wing activist, a Trump loyalist. I think someone said he was pardoned for taking part in the January 6th things. He was intricately part. Here's some of it. He apparently gave birth to the, quote, Pence card theory. He gained notice after he originated this theory where he asserted that then Vice President Mike Pence could legally block certification of the 2020 election results, which then, of course, led to Donald Trump saying, oh, that's a great idea. On December 16th of 2020, Raiklin tweeted that theory to Trump. And then after that, Trump retweeted it. And ever since then, obviously, legal minds have discredited that BS because who is this guy? Like, for real. He's also a conspiracy theorist promoting this deep state rhetoric that we always hear about. He's promoted this range of conspiracy-laden narratives involving claims of that deep state working only against conservative interests, because that's how this country's always been run. He has self-assigned labels like the Secretary of Retribution, and he also suggested plans advocating the widespread detention of public servants, civil society activists, and journalists who, in his opinion, ought to be criminalized for their treason. The guy who's there to try and defend the actions of January 6th rioters and potential murderers running in there talking about how they're going to kill elected officials, and specifically Mike Pence, who didn't carry out that order that Ivan Raiklin told Donald Trump to go ahead and promote. Apparently, all those folks are the traitors to this country and not this guy. So obviously, I knew this was going to happen. After that interaction went down, Michael Fanone was run out of the hearing, along with Harry Dunn, the larger cop who pulled him back a little bit. Of course, he went on a show later. In this case, it was the Jim Acosta show to discuss his point of view.
Yeah. Well, what word would you give him? There's Harry right there. Harry was there too. Harry, you had to hold Mike back. Is that what happened today?
Yeah, man. Well, Mike's a grown man, and I'm more than confident that he's capable of handling himself. But they always say when you don't argue with fools, because from a distance you can't tell who the fool is. We all know what type of person that Ivan Raiklin is, and I just didn't want Mike to get in any trouble. I care about him. I love him. That's my brother, and I'll always be there for him. But it was actually for Ivan's protection more so. Holding Mike back.
I hate to even talk about the guy because he was at the Comey arraignment and was harassing Olivia Troy. And this is what he does. He harassed Comey's family too. This is what he does. He just goes around and harasses. He tried to harass us at our town hall that we had earlier this month.
So, let's give all sides of the story, right? This Ivan Raiklin guy, man, the guy who looks like Mini-Me right here. Jeez. He ran over to Steve Bannon's show and had a platform to reveal what his objectives were. And it's not surprising.
I was just there attending to basically analyze what Jack Smith was going to do and speak about and see how the Republicans were going to treat him as a witness. And then I saw immediately that the four key witnesses on what I call the January 6th Fedsurrection cover-up committee that Pelosi utilized, Fanone, Dunn, as referenced by Troy Nehls, were sitting present. So during the break, I ended up sitting in the middle where I normally sit, right behind the witness, in order to gain more attention on the actual hearing. Because most people don't have the stamina, wherewithal to watch a hearing, but sometimes when I'm there, it increases viewership, hopefully. And I saw Mr. Fanone, and I put my hand out. You saw the entire exchange. I put my hand out and I said, Michael, Ivan Raiklin. And he immediately went into meltdown mode. I don't know, maybe there needs to be a new verb known as Fanoning out, because he clearly has no dominion over his emotional state. He's a danger to society. He was a danger on January 6th. Imagine this, if he acts in this manner in a professional hearing in the halls of Congress with total disregard, not only of the hearing, but he also effectively assaulted the female U.S. Capitol Police officer that was trying to restrain him, along with his three colleagues, if you will, or cohorts in the Fedsurrection.
That was your purpose? That's why you went there? To troll. Like, you would think you go there to troll and it's going to be fun, but at the same time, you at least come up with some kind of an excuse to say, like, I was there for a reason. It had something to do with something concrete to maybe get a point across, outside of the point of, look, I was cool and collected. He's threatening. He accused me of threatening to rape his children. I'm not sure why he's so upset. Here's the rest of what he was trying to explain.
My goal is to get to the truth and expose it, and I may do it in a manner that most people are not comfortable with, but it's to move the Overton window. And when I'm in person, I'm always going to maintain my calm, cool, and professional demeanor. And I'm happy that I had the opportunity to juxtapose the way I comported myself with a completely unhinged animal, if you will, that was a Metropolitan Police Department officer that has a history of committing violence.
He's there to shift the Overton window more towards MAGA? So his purpose, as I've been pointing out, He's trying to change people's perspectives on what's normal, what's reality, and normalize the madness that they continue to carry out. If they talk long enough, they'll tell you everything that they want to do. There's a full on, full press thought process to change people's minds and perspectives, the way that they think about how the United States should be. That fascism is a normal thing. It's why so many folks, decent number, got fooled into thinking that this wasn't a fascist administration. Maybe there was a pride thing. Maybe it's they got fooled into it and they didn't want to admit later, yo, I was wrong. I shouldn't have been all about that. So he's trying to shift that Overton window more towards, MAGA. That's why he was there, to antagonize Michael Fanone, because Michael Fanone will bite. We saw that happen.